This is Series 2, Episode 10. Today is the 13th of February 2022 and this is my weekend stock market update. As always on these weekly updates, I talk about the three main US indices because that will give you the barometer for the overall stock market. So I will talk about the Nasdaq Composite, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. Also, somewhere in this video I will talk about an area where I can see professional money flowing into, like I did last week. So I talked about oil and gas. I said that's a very strong sector, and as you can see this week it is the top performing sector. The rest of the market's tanking and the oil and gas sector is rallying. So if you're interested in that sector that I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to tell you where that is in the video because I want you to stay watching the video obviously, but I will mention it somewhere in this video so you can at least see what I'm talking about and then some more information for you to make a decision on. So look out for that information somewhere in this video. Here's my disclaimer. Everything I talk about in this video is for informational purposes only. If you decide to take action upon that information, that is your decision. You are responsible for all of your trading decisions. Okay, let me start with the Nasdaq Composite then. So you know, if you've been watching my videos for the last few weeks, I keep talking about this level. I've drawn these arrows in to show you why it's so significant. We came below it, and I said if we come back up to it, we may see it act as resistance. What's happening? These are weekly price bars, weekly price candlesticks. Price comes up, struggles with this area, comes down, comes back up, struggles with this area, comes down. So this area appears to be acting as resistance, like I said it might do. Now you can look on the markets and people draw in all sorts of moving average, MACD, all sorts of technical indicators, and it confuses the charts. What I put in front of you is very, very simple so that you can see what's happening. Because it's taken me many, many years to realize that you don't need all those indicators. So this is raw data, raw price action, and the truth is, guys, unfortunately, this does not look good. We've just had a negative inflation report. We have this tension between Russia and Ukraine, and the markets are starting to get a little bit nervous. And we can clearly see this price action does not look good. As I said, you take these two weekly candles together, that is another potential reversal signal on the cards. So really be careful. And I'll be honest, I thought personally that we're just about to turn bullish on the market, and we may do, but this weekly price action is saying no, it definitely does not look good. But I'm going to show you something just so you can see if this area gets breached, then we know that we're probably going to go lower. So I'm just going to show you a different chart, and I am going to get technical, but I think it's quite useful for people to learn. Now I'm using a different chart because I want to use some more technical analysis. Now this is a Nasdaq 100 daily chart. So this is just technology stocks, and I want to show you what I'm seeing. So we have this move down like so, then price moves up and creates a swing point high right here. Now what I'd normally expect to see when I see that is price then, if it starts showing negativity, to come back down and make new lows, but it didn't. What happened was, so price came up, comes back down, look to the left, so you can see that this spike here, and price started respecting it, holding right here. And I thought, okay, this may start to show signs of bullishness here. But let me show you this. I'm going to take a Fibonacci tool. Like I said, this does get technical, but I have talked about this indicator in the past, different videos. I'm taking the swing point low here, and I'm taking up to this swing point high here. So major low point to major recent high. Now price comes up, comes back down, kept holding on this 50% level, but this is the area I always like to pay attention to, the 61.8% Fibonacci level. That is what traders call the golden ratio, and it is often respected. So I had this on my chart, and I was thinking, right, let's see what happens. Now we didn't quite reach it, and then Friday we've just, price actions just hit this 61.8 level, and you see already we started to see buyers coming in. That doesn't mean it's going to hold. So this is what I'm trying to say now. If price continues to get lower, so this is on the, like I said, the Nasdaq 100. So this level is around 14,300 thereabouts. And if we start seeing more movement down, then I think this is now breached, and that will indicate more selling. So I just wanted to show you a bit more technical information here, because if I just try and make this slightly more obvious, which I'll do shapes. That is the area I basically had in my mind, because we had a touch point, this is a third touch point, and then we have this Fibonacci level. So like I say, very technical stuff, but it is useful. We're starting to breach this level. If we continue lower, then I think that's it. We're going to make price is going to make its way down to this low and probably go lower. So let me take you back to the weekly chart on Yahoo Finance. So you saw that Fibonacci level. So now what I'm saying then, on this weekly chart, if we start seeing price, so we take this bar low point here. If we see price next week start taking out the low of this bar, then my personal opinion is this is going lower. It will probably try and test that level there, and then if that doesn't hold, it's going to go much lower, I think. So not looking good, unfortunately, on the Nasdaq, which is obviously technology and growth stocks. And I kept talking about this indice, and although I can honestly say on Wednesday I thought, oh, we're turning bullish. But let's look at the daily chart on this Yahoo Finance. You can see this candle here, and I talk about these long wicks. That means that price went all the way up and then reversed. It's negative price action at that major previous support is acting as resistance. So it's basically acting as a ceiling for price, and price is failing to get higher, and this long wick here is showing that the market's trying to turn back down now. So I know I'm covering a lot here, but this chart is the cleanest. This is the raw price action, and that is very negative now, unfortunately, guys. Let me go back up to the weekly chart. So there it is, you can see it. I've tried to explain it. We start breaching the low of this candlestick here, and then I think that's it, we're going lower. Let me go over to the Dow Jones now, show you what I'm seeing there. So here's the Dow, and again I've tried to keep nice clean charts, because that is the information you need, price action. So you know about this previous support because I've drawn it in previous weeks, represented by these arrows. Price comes up, and look at the volume here down here when this move came in. Look at how strong that volume is. Lots and lots of buying went on here as we hit this support. But these weekly price bars, each bar is 1 week, each candlestick. Again, we have green followed by red. We take out the low of this red candlestick, and I think unfortunately we're going lower. It looks almost identical to the Nasdaq, and I expect price to come back down here, test this level, and then that will be critical. If we start breaking that level with conviction, then the Dow Jones and all stocks associated with the Dow Jones are likely to fall. So when you see the Nasdaq and the Dow, and I'll show you the S&P 500 shortly, when you see all the indices moving in the same direction, which appears to be down, there is no safe place to hide in the stock market. Eventually everything will get dragged down with it, so just be careful, guys. Now I said I'd show you where I think I can see professional money moving. Now let me show you that just in the middle of this video. I'll pull that chart up. Well, I'll pull up the information is what I should say. 1 second. Right then. So what I've done is highlighted. I'm looking for, these are the strongest stocks right now. Again, I'm not going to explain exactly where I get all this information, but it takes some time. And at the top of the list is aluminium. But what I'm looking for are industries that are repeating themselves in these top performers. So last week I talked about oil and gas. You can see this here, and as you know, oil and gas has done well for the last week. But look what I've highlighted. Marine shipping, asset management. So we have 3 times asset management's come up on this chart, on this list, and 3 times marine shipping. So when I see marine shipping at the top of the list, along with oil and gas, I believe, guys, that is where the money's going at the moment, marine shipping, and I can see some really nice setups. So again, like I did last week, if you would like me to do a separate video showing you those breakout stocks, now bear in mind that the market does look weak at the moment, so they might not move, but they are nice looking stocks. If the market corrects, you could get in on them. I can talk about the areas you might want to get in on. So if you want me to do a video on marine shipping stocks, the best stocks out there at the moment where the money's flowing into, professional money, bearing in mind there is a big backlog in shipping at the moment, but that people just can't get their goods out in time at the moment. So it's obvious that there's money there, and I can see the setups. So please comment below, like the video, subscribe if you haven't done already, because that will help with the algorithm, and that says to me you guys want to see more of these videos. And I will do a separate video showing you marine shipping stocks that I think are about to move or could move. And so it's basically transportation, shipping. So yeah, if you want to see that, please comment below. It's really important, guys. I need to encourage people to comment so that this video goes out to more people. Then it makes it worth my while doing these videos for you. So yeah, comment below, like and subscribe if you haven't done already. Right, so that was my little bonus for you, and like I said, I'll do a video for you if you want. Now I'm going to go back to the chart and talk about the S&P 500. So what do we see on the S&P? So we've looked at the Nasdaq, we looked at the Dow, and now we're looking at the S&P 500 weekly chart. Exactly the same. The price action. Same bars, same candlesticks, weekly bars, weekly price action, weekly candlesticks. Look bullish, and then we've got this horrible red candle on mostly starting on Thursday and Friday that was formed, and it just looks bad. It just looks weak, and I fully expect the S&P 500 to also try to test this support, and we need that level to hold, because if it doesn't, expect more selling across the board. Because you can see it for yourselves, guys. I'm trying to show you without lots of fancy indicators, apart from that Fibonacci stuff I did earlier. I'm trying to keep the charts really, really clean, because price is king. Nasdaq, Dow, S&P, all showing the same price action, which is negative. We have inflation report that was negative. We have this Russian-Ukrainian tension in the market. Doesn't look good, guys. Please be careful. Now I know there's plenty of stocks that look cheap. They're cheap for a reason. I fully understand why people see a stock and they say, well, that's cheap. Netflix, Silvergate, Facebook, PayPal, they're all cheap, but they're cheap for a reason. The market is telling you that the professional money is moving out of those stocks at the moment, and any kind of rally is brief. It's just like a flame going out very quickly. So it's a way of sucking in new money, guys. So please be careful. Just wait. You don't need to rush. Nobody knows where the bottom is. We have to wait. And price action, I promise you, the market will give us clues as to where the market's about to turn. And unfortunately, although I was bullish a couple of days ago, I didn't tell anyone that on this channel, but I was actually getting bullish, ready to buy. This looks negative for the time being. So just, if you can, just sit on your hands, and that is what trading's about. There will be absolutely tons of opportunities to come out of this if you just wait patiently, and that's what a professional trader will do. Most of the time, you're not trading when you're actually a professional trader. You're waiting, like a lion catching its prey. You're waiting for the next opportunity. So just keep calm, guys. And I know many of you will be in stocks. So am I, and I'm going through pain as well. But I also have a lot of cash ready, because I tried to warn everybody that weeks ago. So if you like what I'm doing, guys, remember I talked about that specific sector earlier on. If you want to see a video on that, please comment below. Very, very important in order for me to grow this channel. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for listening. I'll do another video depending on the comments below.